Hey friends, welcome back to the fourth Python tutorial. In the previous video, we covered variables and data types. Today, we will cover arithmetic operators for performing calculations, assignment operators for updating variable values, comparison operators to evaluate conditions, logical operators to combine multiple conditions. These concepts are essential for writing programs that can make decisions. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's begin with arithmetic operators. These are used to perform basic mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulo, and exponentiation. Addition adds two values. Subtraction subtracts one value from another. Multiplication multiplies two values. Division divides one number by another and returns a float. Floor division divides and cuts off the decimal part. Modulo returns the remainder after division. Exponentiation raises a number to the power of an exponent. Let's look at the traditional way of division to understand the modulo operator. If we divide 7 by 3, we get 2 with a remainder of 1. The modulo operator gives us just the remainder. That's the leftover part after the division. Let's open PyCharm and see these operators in action. We will use two variables, a equals 10 and b equals 3. Addition. Print a plus b. Let's run the code to get the result. It's 13. I'll comment out this line of code to test the new one. Subtraction. Print a minus b. Click run and the result is 7. Multiplication. Print a times b. Click run and the result is 30. I'll comment out this line of code to test the new one. Division. Print a divided by b. Click run and the result is 3.33. Floor division. Print a floor divided by b. Click run. So as you can see, floor division cuts off the decimal part. We just get 3. Modulo. Print a modulo b. Click run. Modulo gives the remainder. Here it's 1. And finally, exponentiation. Print a to the power of b. So as you can see, for exponents, we use two asterisks together. And click run. Exponentiation raises a to the power of b, which is 1000. Compound assignment operators. They combine the assignment operator with an arithmetic operator to update a variable in a single step. For example, x plus equals 3 is equivalent to x equals x plus 3. It takes the current value of x, adds 3 to it, and stores the result back in x. So if x is 5, x plus equals 3 updates it to 8. Let's look at some common compound assignment operators in Python. The equal sign is the assignment operator. It simply assigns a value to a variable. Addition assignment, add and assign. Subtraction assignment, subtract and assign. Multiplication assignment, multiply and assign. Division assignment, divide and assign. Modulus assignment, take modulus and assign. exponentiation assignment, take exponent and assign. Let's open PyCharm and see how these operators work. We start by assigning the value 5 to the variable x. X equals 5. Then we use the addition assignment operator, x plus equals 3, which adds 3 to x. So now x becomes 8. Remember, x plus equals 3 as x equals x plus 3. To make sure our update worked, we will print the value of x. Print x. Then click run. As expected, x is updated and the output shows 8. Let's now try the multiplication assignment. X times equals 2. X is multiplied by 2 and the result is stored back in x. So x becomes 16. Print x, run. As expected, it's 16. Let's now try the subtraction assignment operator. X minus equals 4. Print x, run the code, so x becomes 12. Now, let's use the division assignment operator. Let's check the type of x. It's a float because in Python, any result of a division is always a float even if there is no decimal part. Now, let's move on to the exponentiation assignment operator. We are raising x to the power of 2 and storing the result back in x. Run the code to see the result. X is now 16. Finally, x modulus equals 3. We will take the remainder when x is divided by 3 and assign it back to x. So it's similar to x equals x modulus 3. Again, let's print and check the result. So the final value of x is 1. Comparison operators. They are used to compare two values or two variables and return a Boolean result, either true or false. The double equal sign is used to check if two values are the same. For example, A double equals B checks whether A is equal to B. Pay attention, a single equal sign is an assignment operator, but a double equal sign is a comparison operator. Not equal to checks whether two values are different. Greater than checks if the left value is greater than the right. Less than checks if the left value is smaller. Greater than or equal to checks if the left value is greater or equal to the right. Less than or equal to checks if the left value is smaller or equal to the right. Let's open PyCharm and see these operators in action. I'll comment out the previous lines of code. First, we assign the values A equals 10, B equals 20. Now, we will use several comparison operators and print the results. Let's start by checking if A is equal to B. Print A double equals B. Since 10 is not equal to 20, this will return false. Run. As expected, it's false. Next, let's check if A is not equal to B. This time, the result should be true. First, I'll comment out the line of code. Print A not equals to B. Run the code again. So it's true. Now let's move on to the greater than operator. I'll comment out this line of code. Print A greater than B. It's false since A is 10 and B is 20. Print A less than B. It should return true. As expected, we got true. Let's check if A is greater than or equal to 10. Since A is exactly 10, the result will be true. Let's run the code so it's true. Finally, we will check if B is less than or equal 15. Since 20 is greater than 15, this should return false. We got false. Logical operators. They are used to combine conditional statements. They return either true or false, and returns true only if both conditions are true, or returns true if at least one condition is true, not reverse the condition. Now let's see how these operators work. Let's begin with the AND operator. Print A greater than 5 and B less than 10. The condition A greater than 5 is true, but B less than 10 is false. Since both sides must be true for AND to return true, the result should be false. Click Run, so the output is as expected. Next, we use the OR operator. Print A less than 10 or B less than 25. A less than 10 is false, but B less than 25 is true. With OR, only one condition needs to be true, so the result should be true. Click Run. As expected, it's true. Finally, we check if A is not equal to B using the NOT operator. Print NOT A equals B. A double equals B is false, but NOT reverses it, so the result is true. Run the code, and the output confirms our logic. What is an expression? An expression is a combination of operators and operands, which are values or variables that the Python interpreter evaluates to produce a result. For example, result equals A plus B times 2. A plus B times 2 is the expression. A, B, and 2 are the operands of this expression. Plus and times are the operators in this expression. Let's type this expression in PyCharm and run it to see the result. Result equals print result. So in this example, Python doesn't calculate A plus B first. Instead, it follows the rules of operator precedence. Just like in mathematics, multiplication has higher precedence than addition. So B times 2 is calculated first, giving 40. Then A plus 40 is evaluated, resulting in 50. So if we run the code, as expected, we got 50. But if we want Python to perform the addition first, we need to use parentheses to change the order of evaluation. So now, if we add the parentheses, the result should change. So run the code again. We got 60 because the expression inside the parentheses is calculated first. So A plus B gives 30, and then 30 multiplied by 2 gives 60. This is why understanding precedence is so important. It ensures your expression behave exactly as you intend. Operator precedence. Operator precedence determines the order in which operations are evaluated in an expression. Just like in math, Python follows the PEMDAS rule. P parentheses, E exponents, MD multiplication and division, AS addition and subtraction. Now let's break down this full expression to see operator precedence in action. Python will follow the PEMDAS rule to evaluate this expression. So first we solve the parts inside the parentheses. 7 plus 3 equals 10. 10 minus 2 equals 8. Next is the exponent. 2 to the power of 3 equals 8. Next, multiplication and division, MD. From left to right, so 10 times 8 equals 80. Then 80 divided by 8 equals 10. 5 modulus or modulo 3 equals 2. Finally, we do the addition and subtraction. AS 10 plus 2 minus 1 equals 11. So in multiplication and division or addition and subtraction, we go from left to right, okay? Now let's print the result. Click run. As expected, Python follows the correct order of operations and gives us the final result 11. Project. Create a simple calculator that asks the user to enter two numbers, allows the user to choose an arithmetic operation, performs the selected operation, displays the result. Now open PyCharm and start by printing a welcome message to indicate the purpose of the program. Print simple calculator. Ask the user to input two numbers. Use the float function so it accepts both integers and decimals. Float input, and I'll press on the tab key to autocomplete this line of code. So as you can see, PyCharm suggests autocompletions. Just press the tab key to accept them. Run the code. When we run the code, Python prompts us to enter two numbers. Let's say first number is 12 and the second is 2. After that, nothing happens. That's because we haven't told Python to do anything with these values yet. So what we need to do next is use these values in an operation. So now we use print statement to display a menu of available operations. Print, select operation, print, addition. So I press on the tab key to autocomplete the code. You can use multiple print statements or combine them into a single one. I'll combine them into a single print statement. I press on the tab key to autocomplete. 5. Exponentiation. 12, 2. You can also use the \n between these operations. \n adds a new line. So let's run the code and see what we will get. 12, 2. So now these operations are printed on multiple lines. Ask the user to choose an operation by entering a number. Choice equals input. Enter your choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Use if, elif, and else statements to check the user's choice and perform the corresponding operation. I know we haven't covered conditional statements yet, But don't worry, we will explore them in more detail in the next tutorial. For now, let's apply this instruction. If choice double equals 1, I press on the tab key to autocomplete. Print f string result a plus b. Elif choice double equals 2, print results a minus b. So when you wanna print the result and the operation, you can use the f string or use commas. I'll be using here commas. Elif choice double equals 3, print result a times b. Elif choice double equals 4. Here, pay attention. B should be different than 0. So I'll add a condition. If B different than 0, print result A divided by B. Else, print error. Elif choice double equals 5, print result A to the power of B. And finally, else, print invalid choice. Now let's run the code. First number 12, second number 2. So if I wanna choose the division, for example, 4, I got the result 6. Here, I wanna add a space after the options. So let's add space here. 12, for example, 0. I choose the division operation. As you can see, I got an error because we can't divide by 0. Run the code again. 34, 2. What if I type a choice that is different than the available ones? I type 6. So I get invalid choice. Great job! In this tutorial, we covered the different types of Python operators, including arithmetic, comparison, logical, and compound assignment operators. We also learned what an expression is, explored how operator precedence works, and built a simple calculator to apply everything we learned. In the next video, we will dive into conditional statements using if, elif, and else to make decisions in our code. And we will build a BMA calculator project. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. See you in the next lesson.